Man, y'all already know what it is, man. Got the motherfucking moon outside right now. Get a little shot of that moon right there. Then we get a shot of the real planet. It's like fuzzy as hell. So you see the sun is over there. So you see how the moon is right here. But you know that's an illusion right there because it's not really that quarter. It's not really a quarter moon. It looks like a quarter moon just based upon how the earth is positioned. But the moon is actually filled halfway. You know what I mean? See what I'm saying? So it's all freaking illusion. The moon phases is a damn illusion. It's all based on how the earth is positioned to the moon will determine how you view the moon stages. You know what I mean? Straight up. It's all based on how the moon, how the earth is positioned to the moon will determine the moon phases. Because for you to say that that's a quarter moon right there, that's not really a quarter moon. Half of the moon is lit up, realistically speaking, but it appears to be a quarter moon just based upon how the earth is positioned. In other words, the earth is like on a certain angle that you only see a quarter of the moon. But if the earth was parallel with the sun, you will see half of the damn moon lit up. Your full moon is not really a full moon. It's really a half moon because the other side of the moon is dark. It's just like Earth. Like right now it's daytime. Half the planet is lit up. The other half is dark. You know what I mean? So your moon phase, the moon phase is somewhat an illusion, man. But it's all based on perception. You know what I mean? If we were, in other words, if this planet Earth, and we just speaking a language right now, you know what I'm saying? Check them archives, man. If the planet Earth was side by side with the sun, then that would be a real half moon. Not a half moon like how they tell us a half moon is. But they dropping clues, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm just speaking it based upon how the language that they speaking. You know what I mean? Speaking the language is based on the language that we're speaking. In other words, let me get my little Grandmaster Architect on right now. Hold on for a second, man. I'm going to have to pull over real quick. So this right here is the sun. Damn, spelling sun wrong and all that. What the hell wrong with me? This right here would be the moon. And this right here would be Earth. Nah, Earth got to be a little bit closer. Earth got to be like right here. You know what I mean? This is just a little quick example, man. So this is the sun right here, beaming the light on the moon. But it appears to be a quart moon. You know, the quart moon crescent. I'm just drawing a crescent. It appears to be that. That's only because the earth perception is not the same as the sun. You know what I mean? So in other words, if the earth was right here next to the sun, just hypothetically speaking, then we would see the whole front of the moon. Let's just say it's the front. The whole front of the moon would be lit up. But because the earth is over on this side, we're at an angle that we only see a partial part of the moon lit up. And then this part is dark, so that's why you can't see it from the video that I showed you. So it's all an illusion. And the reality is a full moon, what they call a full moon. Let's say this is the moon right here, and this is the moon full. How can that be a full moon? Because the sun is hitting it a certain way, but the other side of the moon ain't full. It's dark. And that's the same thing with Earth. When the sun is hitting Earth, the same way how the moon hit Earth, the Earth gives off the same type of shadows that the moon would give off. But it would be on a perception from another planet. Say they had another planet in the solar system. Soulless. I'm going to speak the language. Say they had another planet in the solar system that was moving like how our... Oh, let me get this example. Let me think this example out. Yeah, let's say they had another planet in our solar system that was moving like how Earth was moving. And Earth was moving like the moon. Switch Earth with the moon and switch that other planet like Earth. And we on that planet like Earth, looking at this planet that's like the moon in the same position that the sun is hitting the so-called moon, and it would have the same phases. So those images that because come on, how could they show you the image of the Earth that they always show you is always like the face is always lit up blue, the whole face. But that's not even, I mean, that's like half the planet that's lit up. We speak in a language now. That's like half of the planet that's lit up. But if there's another planet that's not totally in front of that, it would not be able to see the whole planet lit up. It will always only be able to see a certain crescent based upon how the planet is positioned. So it's all based on position. The moon phases is based on positions. It ain't really no quarter moon or none of that. That's all determined based upon how Earth is positioned to the damn moon. The damn matrix. The illusion, B. Hold on for a second, sinner. You know what I mean? The matrix. The moon phases. They need to switch that name, the moon phases. They need to call it something like Earth perception phases, something like that. Because the perception, or should I say the phases, is based on the perception. It's based on the angles. The sun is always illuminating half of a planet or half of a moon. It's always illuminating half of it. You know what I mean? So your full moon is really a half moon. The whole half of the face that's visible to, in other words, when Earth is positioned like directly in front of the moon, then it would appear to be a full moon. That's because Earth is like right in front of it. So you're seeing all the illumination now. But as it turns, you know what I'm saying, you start moving away and you start seeing like less light and more shadows because the Earth is turning. You know what I mean? But your full moon ain't really a full moon. It's really a half moon. And your half moon is really a quart moon. a quarter moon. Half moons is really a quarter, 1/4 the freaking cube. You know what I mean? Your half moon is really 1/4. Your full moon is really 1/2. You know what I mean? And that's all based on how the earth is positioned to the moon. Man, these motherfuckers be lying so damn much, cuz full moon. I don't think so, sinner. It's all based on perception, man. That's why I made the video in the past. Check the archives. It's perception, man. Perception could, like, you know what I'm saying, dictate your reality, man. You have certain people that have a limited perception. Certain people have tunnel vision perception. That they only see things one way. That's damaging. Very damaging. You know what I mean? You got to view things from all angles, meaning all spectrums. View it from all spectrums of light. All the different spectrums of light that's coming into this dimension is different perceptions of the matrix. If you're viewing things only from one spectrum, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all we're looking at is light. All of this, it don't matter if you're looking at a tree, a building, or damn jet fuel. It's all light particles, man. You know what I mean? So if you're only viewing it from one spectrum, that's why, you know what I'm saying, you got to analyze. That's why the analytical part is the pineal gland, huh? And that deals with the light. That deals with analyzing light. Analyzing light to the T. Because in order for you to analyze and come to the realization of what you're really looking at, you have to go past the surface. You have to go into the light. That's why they say go into the light. Walk towards the light. You know what I mean? Walk towards what it really is. Walk towards the illumination. Walk towards the knowing. Walk towards the particles and see the particles for what it really is. Walk into the realm of knowing. But they want to stay in the realm of darkness. Well, you know, it's a tree. It looks like a tree. Everybody call it a tree. So, hey, it's a damn tree. No, it's not a tree. You know what I mean? It's a mother freaking spirit planet, son. Yo, this is an ill-ass planet that we on, son. You think about it, man. This is an ill planet, B. This is an amazing planet. The things that's happening on this planet, man. It's amazing. This is a damn highly advanced spirit world, man. Amazing. Word up. But yeah, man, the moon phases, B. Yo, man, joints is straight fool-la-la, son. Joints is fool-la-la, the moon phases. We call it Earth perception phases. The perception of Earth phases, man. You know what I mean? Straight up. Yeah, man, I already know what it is. What we talking about, man? Yo, you know they got the carving the turkey in the name of Slaughter Day coming up. Another sacrifice, and you got to know that when you consume those animals, you being sacrificed. Cause you got to know that those animals, they whole life, they going under a ritual. Don't think that a ritual is something that you just do for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or when you go to the movies and you look for 2 hours. You look for when you're looking at like a 2-hour movie, that would be a compressed ritual. But you got to know that when these people was making that movie, it might have took them 2 years to make that movie. So that was a 2-year ritual. When you see these movie production companies or these direct tours, you know what I'm saying? I already broke that down past videos. Check out them archives, man. You know what I'm saying? Them damn wizards. But when you see them directors and the produce, you know what I'm saying? Messing with the dualistic principles right there. Making them movies. And it takes like 2 years. You got to know that is a ritual that has been going on for 2 years. And then it becomes compressed. They compress it. You know, that's how they compress energy. That's a form of them compressing the energy. You know what I mean? Folding space and time on itself, and they compress the 2 years, the 365 days times 2 get compressed into 2 hours. Massive ritual. So you got to know that the rituals is not only for like movies. You know what I'm saying? You got people entire life is a ritual. You know what I mean? You got rituals that last for 40 years. When you're looking at the elites, like when they would have like these board meetings and they would say like, well, you know, we have a 50-year plan. You got to know that a plan is a ritual. A plan is just another subtle word for a ritual. So they say, well, you know, we in 50 years, you know, we got to get the food down to this. We have to set up these type of facilities in these type of neighborhoods, whether it be your McDonald's, Burger Kings, or whatever. Kennedy Crown Fried Chicken Heads. We got to set that up. You know what I'm saying? The water needs to be on this frequency at this day, this month. You know what I'm saying? And that is a whole ritual that'll last 50 years. A 50-year plan ritual. You know what I mean? So don't think that a ritual is something that could be like 5 or 10 minutes, or you just get in some what is that, lotus position and and ah with some candles, you know what I'm saying, you for a half an hour. Those rituals are weak. Those rituals, man, they don't really suffice anything. The rituals that you heavily concentrate on, they are the ones that manifest, because you have a large body. And you gotta know, when these people are making the body, like when they recruit people, it's sort of like you building a motherboard. They have certain capacitors, resistors, transformers, you know what I'm saying? Certain chips, power supplies, power capacitors, relay capacitors, you know what I'm saying? The ohms got to be on point, the resistors. They got to make sure that those components that exist within the motherboard relay the energy at a proficient rate. That's the same technique that they use when they recruit people into the whatever, whether it be a business adventure, whether it be the elites recruiting people to get them to manipulate the masses or whatever. They build the body of the people or of the society like they would build a motherboard. So they have to make sure that everybody that they recruit could relay the energy proficiently. They give you a command, a task. You got to make sure that you execute it out. If you don't execute it out, that would be the same as one of your damn fuses or one of your microchips blowing out in your TV. Now the whole picture is destroyed. The vision, the picture represents the vision. Now the whole vision has been compromised. You know what I'm saying? So they got to make sure that they build the body of people on an energetic rate. They don't create these bodies. These people don't have friends because they likes and dislikes. Like they don't have female friends because they got a fat ass or they give good head. That's nigga shit. You know, I'm just come out and say it like that. That's what niggas do. They like a lot of chicks around them because they look good. That jams the frequency, because now you banging off the emotions. You're not even banging off the highest form of energy, which is pure intellect. You dumbed it down for a feeling. You know what I mean? Or vice versa with the girls. You know what I mean? They like having certain guys as friends that look cute, and they will always have pets because they got the animalistic gene all up in them. But yeah, the elites, they make sure that when they build the body of people, is based on their ability to relay, harness, and amplify energy. Whether that energy comes in the form of a command, yo, we need you to handle this task. We need you to, you know what I'm saying, get your peoples together. And we need you to take over this territory and open up a chain of a chain of supermarkets that's going to sell low-grade food in these hood neighborhoods. We need you to accomplish that, because that's a piece of the puzzle. That's one piece that exists in a puzzle that has 1,000 pieces, and we need this piece to be implemented in order to get the full spectrum. They're viewing it from all spectrums of light, all different variations of energies, and that is a massive ritual. They choose people to do rituals based on them having a high level of acumen and them being able to harness, sustain, and amplify the energy. It ain't about likes or dislikes. Egotistical, emotional people is with the like and the dislike, and you always going to have egotistical, emotional people, because that's a type of energy that always been in existence. But you got to know that if they set up these trickery traps by way of them doing rituals to get people to focus on that energy when these people are unconscious of that energy being present on this planet, if they was to start coming out with certain glasses that would give the ability to that will give the people the ability to start seeing these energy waves, then they would be able to see that around their aura is an abundance of low frequency energy. And when you look at them, you will see high frequency energy always around them. But they don't have those type of glasses. You know, they just got the blue blockers. You know what I'm saying? Blocking out the blue spectrum. Or shades. You know what I mean? Which is dumbing down the sunlight. Nighttime, people got dark shades on, looking like damn Predator, like damn Alien Man. You know what I mean? So that energy is always going to be present on the planet, because it's the energy, and that's like symbolic for the death energy. Because death is an energy. You know what I'm saying? Death is an energy that when it attaches to your body, it makes you vibrate low, low, and low, and you begin to power down. It might take 10, 5, 15, 20 years. That's why they have words like dying. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through a phase of dying before you die. Dying is something that's continuous in action. You know, like, that's why I say it's an oxymoron. They call it a building. But I mean, I know why they do that, but I'm just speaking the language. They call it a building. Like this, they will call this right over here a building, but it's already finished built. Why they don't call it a built? It's already built. It's done. How could it be a building? It's only considered a building when it's under construction, when it's in the process of being built. But when something is built, it's done. It shouldn't be a building. It should be built. It's already built. You know what I mean? So yeah. So you got to know that the energy of death is a low frequency energy, and you would know when you tag for death. That's what you would hear people say about, well, he's marked for death. What is a mark? A mark is a signature of energy. That's the only mark. The only mark. Period. All these other marks, like Mark ass Buster, you know what I'm saying? That's an illusion. The only mark is an energy signature. Like markers, not like color markers, but like energy markers, energy signatures. So when you mark for death, that means that you have the energy of low frequency on you, and you are now dying. So now when you look inside your entire lifestyle, everything that you do is a reflection of death. Why? Because it all pertains to you entertaining low frequency habits. The type of television programs you watch, the people that you keep around you, the foods that you eat, smoking, drinking. You know what I mean? Those are all, and many more, low frequency extensions of someone who's dying because they've been tagged with the low energy that's on this planet. But the elites, they make sure that they stay in the abundance of high energy. You know what I'm saying? You look and you see how they build their facilities that they live in. It's an energy signature. They live in like castles. That's like 20, 30 blocks, 20, 30 city blocks long. They don't do that to floss. Because that castle is a sigil. And they call it a castle because that's what L does. L casts spells. Or L casts knowledge. Or L casts intelligence. That's L is God. When they see these people living in castles, they got nothing to do with the Roman days, like when they had people running around on horses and knights and stuff like that. No. A castle is the house of God. Because they got the title L in it. L is God, and that's what L does. L casts out knowledge, intelligence, whatever you want to call it. Spells. They get the spells from God. You know what I mean? So when you see these elites living in a castle, they living in a subliminal mansion that gods live in. So they moving like the gods on a planet. I don't feel saying my multitask on. You know what I mean? So yeah, and they make sure that they got that high energy around them. They make sure that they stay with that high energy. You know, you got people that's now coming into the awareness of organic food. You got people that lived on this planet for 50 years and have never heard anything about organic food or alkaline food. Y'all already know I broke that down, but I'm speaking the language. They never heard of alkaline food. Never. 50 years, 60, 70 years, never heard of it. But this is knowledge that the elites always had. They always had this knowledge. Since way back in the days. Since they crawl out of the goddamn petri dish. They had that knowledge. So they have been consistently raising their genetic gene pool on high frequency foods. Now you got people that's just getting hip to it. That's because the tides is turning, the energy is shifting. So two energy forces can't occupy the same space and time. So when you see those people veering over to making sure that they eat good food, just know that there's certain ones that's running the planet that's going to start veering off that course now to go back to the degenerate state. Because it's not really natural for them to house that high energy. It kills them. Housing that high energy kills them. That's why you will see a lot of them always do drugs. They will always be doing drugs, sniffing coke, doing all types of crazy drugs, popping prescription pills, because that high energy is not meant for a low frequency being to consistently contain. Is an organic energy that's being pushed in an inorganic body. Although they would be able to sustain the energy for a certain time period by doing certain methods, eating, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever it is that they doing, making sure that they move in accordance with the stars and the suns and all that. You know what I'm saying? But that's only temporary. Because that energy, as I stated before, the high frequency energy kills. The high frequency energy of God, it will kill you. It will kill you. God vibrates too high to be around low frequency beings. You know what I'm saying? So when you see a lot of more carbonated gods and carbonated goddesses veering off and start eating right, making sure that, you know, they switch up this, you got, you know what I'm saying, got the goddess going back to their natural crown and all that, that's them slowly being initiated back into occupying the throne. It's not going to happen overnight because we didn't fall overnight. But you're looking at the inception stages of us occupying that throne. For those that's walking that path, because we've been chosen. Because you got what it takes. And when it happens like that, that means we are moving into occupying that high energy frequency position. So those that's occupying it right now, that's inorganic beings, they are slowly going back to the position that we occupy right now. And I tell you one thing, when I get back in that damn position, man, listen, I ain't never going the hell with being a damn human. Being a human sucks. Straight avocados, man. Straight avocado. Being a human sucks. So that's why, they got to keep you focusing on the energy of death. The energy of death is emotions. Emotions is an extension that's linked to the energy of death. Because your energy is all out of whack. That's why they say when people is like, yo, you so emotional. When you're emotional, you cause harm to your liver, your heart, your lungs, your pancreas, your brain, your pineal, your muscles, your blood. Everything is in a disturbing state when you are emotional. Because that is the preliminary stages of being dead. In other words, you're dying. When you are emotional, you are dying. God is a thinker. God ain't no emotional being. Emotions cause stress, aka the ego. The ego causes stress because you got to be vibrating low to be on the ego. To vibrate low is to be in the dying stages. It's all based on vibrations. We all should know this by now. You know what I mean? So when you're looking at these elites, yeah, you already know, son. You already know, man. Got the Icelandic with the chlorophyll up in it, man. You know what I'm saying? Offsetting the heavy metals, cleaning the blood out and all that. Being around these people, man. These people are low frequency beings I'm around, man. They got spirits all on them. I can see the spirits manifesting through their face. You know what I mean? Straight low. A lot of the chicks that be getting up in here, man, they be trying to holler at me, man. Man, anybody trying to talk to you, B? All you want is some, you know what I'm saying? The hell out of here. Nah, chill. So all they want is sex. I be ignoring them, man. Like, put my headphones on, like, man, I ain't even trying to holler and trying to talk to you, man, because I already scanned you. I already did a biological quick scan. You ain't about nothing. You know what I mean? But yeah. But then again, I already know that what that is. That's them spirits on them. The spirits sending them messages and telepathic messages to them. Yo, get this guy. Because the spirits can see when you're vibrating high. And they know when you're vibrating high, you a good catch. You a good catch. Because there's a hell of a prize for a spirit to catch a soul and make it vibrate low. A hell of a catch. It's like hitting the lottery for them. Because they could feed, man. That's a hell of a feed. But yeah, just know that the elites, man, you know, they do these long rituals. And with the animals, man, back to the turkey. The turkey entire life is a ritual because it is being prepped to be digested by someone. And the preparation process that it goes through is that it is raised in a stressful environment. The same way how they raise animals in a stressful environment and that terraform the genes, that when people consume that animal, all of that experience that animal had now goes into your blood. That is a ritual. That's the purpose of the ritual. They do rituals on animals and get people to eat the animals, and that satisfies the rituals. Because now you got the people acting like animals. So they pump the turkey with all these drugs, making sure they big and plump, feeding them all this fake food. Got you carving a turkey in the name of slaughter day, talking about, well, oh, you know, I don't give a damn about that. I just want to be with. It's a family day to me. Every day should be a goddamn family day to you. Why you wait for the Beastmaster to tell you it's okay to gather around your family, which ain't really your family at all, because y'all ain't really united. Y'all need the Beastmaster to set up a timeout for y'all to tell y'all to go, well, you know, it's time for you to go chill with your family now. You got family members that don't even, you know what I'm saying, see people for years. But then on Thanksgiving, they come around and want to use an excuse talking about, well, it's all about family with me. Man, nigga, shut up, man. You ain't see your family in 10 damn years. You just coming over there to get some turkey wings. The hell you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But yeah, they put the animals, and it's not only with the turkey, it's with McDonald's. That's a ritual. All of these genetically mutated organism food is rituals. And people consume the rituals because it's a series of codes or energy signatures, markers, and you've been marked for death. And you're dying. You're not living. You're dying. Living has to do with you ascending. How are you ascending if you're still stuck on a damn planet? Think because you move out of the hood into the suburbs, you somehow achieve some level of ascension? Hell no, you're still on Earth. All you did was move to a different part of the microwave where it's less radiation. But you're still in the damn radiation field. Ascending off the planet is living. Because you constantly living. You constantly evolving, constantly moving forward. It was always about leaving the planet. It was never about staying on this planet and making this planet some beautiful ass paradise. Your paradise is the sun. Straight up. When you're amongst the gods, that's paradise. Not living amongst the animals, drinking milk and eating honey and laying up with a bunch of men with bed sheets in between your damn legs looking like a bunch of fags. That's not paradise. Paradise is to be amongst the gods, the real gods, not these fake gods they got up in these churches. Standing in front of altars. Because that's what they got in front of your church, your priests, your pastors, whoever it is. They stand in front of altars. And an altar is an instrument that is used to do rituals. And it alternates you. That's why they call it an altar. Because it alternates you from the authentic being into a damn chimera. In fact, Manhattan is an altar. When you look at Manhattan, it's a massive Masonic altar. A gigantic altar. The Twin Towers used to represent candles. The Twin Towers represented candles on the altar. So when they crashed in planes into the Twin Towers, that was like candles burning. Because they was performing a massive global ritual. You know what I mean? It was never about staying on this damn planet. This planet is an illusion. The real planets are the suns. That's the heavens. That's Nibiru. That's Planet X. That's your damn so-called Krypton where Superman came from. You know what I mean? That's your Professor X school where he got all the mutants, aka gods. Straight up. They talking about the sun. The real paradise. Not laying up, but being amongst the gods. Paradise ain't got nothing to do with laying up and being lazy. Paradise is wherever God is. Because you know wherever God is, you good. If you right next to God, you good. The real God. Not these anthropomorphized characters like SpongeBob. Spider-Man. Those are false gods. Batman. Mario Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Those are all false gods. G.I. Joe. Bionic 6. Thundercats. Those are all false gods. Because they have the little ones worshiping those images. Because they present them as some magnificent saviors. They always call them a hero. Hero come from Heru, which is the son of God. So when you're looking at any movie that depicts a hero, they are mimicking God, but they are false gods. They want you to worship the imagery. Idolism. False gods. Many false gods. Don't think false gods only got to do with this right here. Don't think this right here is false gods with religion. And they got the pyramid, which is the sun. You know what I'm saying? And you can look right here in the entrance. Look right here in the entrance, and you see they got the 3. 1, 2, 3. The Holy Trinity. A Masonic temple. All churches is Masonic temples. But they for the lesser beings. They for the sheep. The dumb people. The people who see things. Matter of fact, the people who don't see a damn thing. The people who feel things. You got the people who see things, meaning those who comprehend, and then you got the people who feel things, meaning those who don't comprehend. But that's what that's for. That ain't for the God race. That's not for the carbonated beings. That's for the goddamn humans. You know what I mean? But yeah. False gods. When you're looking at these rappers or these actors on screen, they all false gods. They perpetrating a fraud. That ain't who you are in the real world. Even though we all know this world is fake. But that ain't how you are in the real world. Why the hell these people running up to these people when they see them in the street? Oh my God, can I get a picture? Instagram? What the hell are you running up on these people for, man? If these people was doing in this world what they was doing on screen, then hell yeah, there would be a damn God. Got these people running up over here trying to save this person, a building falling. You know what I'm saying? They jumping out of a helicopter with a damn fire hose attached to their waist. Doing all types of wild-ish. But then you got all these atrocities happening on this dimension right here. And they don't do a damn thing. You got this mother dutter, Denzel Washington, with John Q fighting for his son to get a damn heart. But you got all these sons out here being sacrificed. Why you ain't fighting for those hearts? Why this nigga ain't put his money together with these niggas in Hollywood and start building some damn schools or some farms, some supermarkets, some aviation centers, some science facilities, some banks, because they all agents for the goddamn beast. The whole damn population worship a goddamn lie. They are all idol worshipers. The whole population, you see it in their face. They can't even resist but to run up on one of these so-called celebs. They ain't no damn stars, they moons. Ain't no way in hell they a star, because a star is a soul, a sun. They ain't no stars. They ain't nothing but moons. Feeding off the souls, feeding off your energy. Want you to always support them. Want to act all high and mighty on screen, but in the real world, you a damn demon. Got these cats that spend hundreds of millions of dollars on cars, but then won't even open a goddamn supermarket. And then they will turn around and say, well, I don't got to do nothing for you. Well, then we ain't got to support you then. No doubt. You right. You ain't got to do nothing for us. We ain't got to do nothing. We ain't got to go to your movie. Don't even come out here talking about let's go see your movie. Don't even put no billboards up. We're going to burn it down. Don't even do that. You don't even want to see your face. If they put your damn face on TV when I'm watching, I'm calling the network and we're going to start a petition to pull you up off that mother dutter. We don't even want to see you. How the hell are you supporting somebody that don't do a goddamn thing for you? But that's a ritual. That's a massive ritual to get you to worship the illusion. When you're looking at these actors on screen, you are worshiping the fake. You're worshiping something that's not real. You're worshiping false gods and false goddesses. Because they don't do that in the real world. There was people that sit up on TV and talk about, well, you know, yeah, all this police crime and all this and all that. What the hell are you doing? Why don't you create your own police department? You got millions of dollars. Why you don't buy your own precinct? Why don't you come out in the community for real? Instead of coming out in the community for people to buy your album or see a movie, why don't you come out in the community for real and say, you know what, man, I want y'all brothers and sisters to scan these properties. I got some lawyers right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take you inside the building. We're going to get on this laptop and we're going to do a full screen in this neighborhood and see what buildings is up for grabs. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get some land. We're going to get some buildings. We're going to make some community centers and we're going to make this popping right now. It's going down right now. We're not leaving until it is done. Period. But they ain't real. They fake. A ritual to get the people to worship the false gods. So it's not a coincidence that they on their hands and knees praying a stone. That's how sick these people is. They praying to damn rocks. You praying to stones. That statue that I just showed on that church, that is made out of stone. And people get on their knees and worship matter. That's what you're doing. You're worshiping matter. Matter is a false idol. It is a byproduct of a thought. It is not real. You worshiping idols. You're worshiping matter. That's because you became one with the illusion and you cannot identify reality. That's because they did a hell of a ritual on you. Because you are dying. When one is dying, one is in a degenerate state, meaning that they are powering down. When you power down, your pineal gland powers down. Therefore, you are incapable of processing or identifying anything that is real. And that is facts. You look at all the people who worship false idols or have a degenerate lifestyle. You can look at them and you see that they power in low. But then you look at the people that's vibrating high, they don't deal with none of that stuff. They see it for what it is. They don't even be getting emotional. Yeah, man. Yeah, what it is, man. Thanksgiving? Yeah, all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Valentine's Day? Yeah, all right, man. Christmas? Yeah, all right, man. I don't know what it is, man. It ain't nothing, man. It's what it is. You just sit back and observe the minions. All up under the order of the moon. So yeah, just throw that your food is a ritual.